Greg and Captain Nick Woods. Both of you, welcome back to Odisha. It wasn't so long ago that you were here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us back. We're pumped to be here.
First question. This is the very first time there is a hockey village, which is part of the World Cup. How's it been? Having arrived in Rourkela, a new setup. Tell us your first thoughts.
Honestly, it's such a special thing to have. It's kind of similar to going to an Olympic Games, which I think is what it's probably based on. It's a great experience to be around like-minded hockey players and get to mix and mingle with other nations. The food's been excellent, which is my highlight so far. So yeah.
Fantastic. Coach, what about you?
Yeah, I think just convenience. You know, a lot of these tournaments we go to, when you're playing a game at 3 o'clock, you've got to start preparing about 12 o'clock because of the travel and all the inconveniences that come with that. So, you know, having the stadium on the doorstep to the accommodation village is just fantastic. And the village has got everything you need from, you know, some recreational facilities, obviously a full dining thing and gym, recovery pool. So outstanding job. You know, definitely set the benchmark really high, which is awesome.
Fantastic. So, Coach, we do have a lot of national media who have joined us for this virtual press conference. Some of them will be covering the World Cup, and some of them probably will be watching it from the comfort of their home. So, inviting first question to you, Neelam Sharma wants to ask you a question. Go ahead, Neelam.
Thank you, Nandini. Welcome to India, coach and captain. So my question is, my questions for the coach first, and who do you think the toughest team for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we like our pool. It's going to be a competitive pool. Naturally, you'd look to Holland being the highest ranked team, probably going to provide the sternest test. But you know, when you're playing in a World Cup, every game counts and every game is going to be hard. You know, Chile, although they're the lowest ranked team of this tournament, they've shown that they can be very competitive, really gutsy. So we're not going to take any game lightly. We're going to treat everyone on its merits. And I'm picking that the tournament's going to be a very tight one for all the teams playing.
Can I ask the captain too, Nandini?
Go ahead.
Okay, captain. According to you, who do you think? Which player do you think in Indian team, the toughest component?
The toughest in the Indian team, Harmanpreet's always one of my favorites to watch. Excellent outlet, awesome flick, obviously, and he's just a good dude as well. We've had a few conversations, and yeah, we get to know him well, and he's always quite smiley.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Neelam. Moving on to Yashodhan. Go ahead with the question, please.
Yeah. Hi, Coach. Hi, Nick. Coach, how have the preparations been since you've gone back? You mentioned the last time around that there wasn't much cohesion in the team because everyone had come from Europe and other parts, but how's the preparation been?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely in a better place than we were the last time we were in India. When we played in the Pro League, we had several players meet us straight from Europe. So we've now had a chance to be in New Zealand together in training camp, playing some squad games. And then since we've been here, we've had the opportunity to play a couple of training matches against international opposition. So, you know, we're fresh. We, at the moment, don't have any injuries. So I'm feeling pretty confident about our preparation and where we're at come game one.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And Nick, the other day you used the word inventive when you spoke about how you want to play your hockey. Could you talk more about that?
About innovate? Was that the question?
So you said the other day that you want to be more inventive while you play hockey. Could you talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, so the way we kind of go about our pressing and outletting, we're trying to change the way that we have historically done things in New Zealand. And I think the more we think and the more we talk and collaborate, I think the better our team's going to get. There's so much experience and so many, like we said, we come from 4 different nations playing in Europe that kind of needs to come back together and benefit the group somehow. So if we get the right heads talking and collaborating hockey, I think that'll only go well for our team.
Nandini, can I ask another question? Last one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Nick, how are you enjoying the captaincy, and how's Blair been as a mentor as well in the team?
Yeah, at the start it was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. I didn't really expect that. I didn't expect Blair to step down at all. But having Blair has been an absolute blessing for me. He's been amazing to help me, especially with just communicating with the guys and trying to get everyone kind of on board, I think, is the big thing, and how we communicate to different individuals is all about leadership. So that is his bread and butter, that's his strength, and I'm glad that he's there passing that experience down to me.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck, coach. Good luck, Nick.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Next question from Arnab. He's with the Times of India.
Hi, coach. Hi, Nick. All the best for the tournament. Question for you, coach. What do you think, will be the biggest challenge for you during this World Cup?
The biggest challenge? Yeah, that's a very good question. For us, it's probably around consistency. We know that when we are on our game and playing at our potential, we can match it with any team in the world. What historically we found is that we have too many ebbs and flows in our performances. So we need to make sure that within games and also game to game, we have consistency, and we can have a consistent high level performance, and that's going to result in hopefully getting us across the line and into the knockout phases.
Thank you. Nandini, can I ask a question to the captain?
Sure, please.
Okay. Hi, Nick. So can you just speak about how the squad is built up? Your thoughts. Also, Nick Ross making a comeback to the team after taking a break. So all that.
Yeah, Nick Ross coming back was it was great. He had some time away for his family, and I think having him back has just added an extra level head to our team, and some much needed experience for groups. Like, we have guys that are 19 years old cracking the team, but we've also got guys that are otherwise heads in the background. So some guys add the flair, some guys add the nous and the experience. So it's been amazing having him back and having Simon back as well.
Thank you.
Just a couple of more questions. Coach, if you could throw some light on Pool C, your pool with Netherlands, Malaysia, Chile. You're starting your match against Chile, who are probably playing their first World Cup. So just share your thoughts, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, I think it would be stupid to take any game lightly. Chile are going to come into this tournament with so much motivation, and they've earned their spot. So we've got to be on our game. We've got to be ready. And if we get the chance to stamp our authority on the game, we need to take it, because when you come in as the lowest ranked team, you're looking for any opportunity, any sniff, and we need to make sure that that's not the case. With regards to Malaysia, they've had an interesting build-up. They've battled away with some injuries and changed their team a little bit. So interesting to see what happens with them in game 1 and 2. Unfortunately, we play them third, so we'll get a chance to have a look and then assess where they're at.
And Netherlands, the runners-up last time.
Yeah, I mean, they've been a world-class team for a long, long time. And, they won Pro League last year. They runners-up at the World Cup last time. We need to try and bump them off their game. We need to try and do things a little bit different to make sure that we unsettle their confidence and their ability. So hopefully we can do that and do it repeatedly. And if we can get the result, then that'll be awesome.
Right. And Nick, the Pro League matches here in India were quite interesting. Your team did play well. Between then and now, in the last 2.5 months or so, what has the team done in terms of preparing specifically for the World Cup?
Yeah, as Greg alluded to, we had some internal series and a lot of time together, which has been fantastic to get to know the guys, the new guys coming in, as well as kind of refine what we're looking for and looking to do in this World Cup. We've worked a lot on mental skills, which has been, I think, a fantastic way to up our game on the park, dealing with pressure moments, some things that we're not so traditionally good at. So yeah, that's how our preparation has gone for this World Cup.
Right. We have one last question, I think, from Dilip. He's with the scroll. Go ahead.
Hi Nick, hi Greg. Just a question on the pitch at Rourkela. I mean, we haven't seen it in action, so what is your assessment of the playing conditions?
Oh, I mean, the stadium's incredible. Can't wait to see it with 20,000 people in it. It's going to provide a big challenge around communication, and the teams that know each other's style very, very well are going to be ahead of the game, because I can imagine it's going to be really noisy. In terms of the surface, it's very similar to the surface in Bhubaneswar. You got to get the ball moving really, really fast. Otherwise, you're going to get caught out. So the teams that have the ability to move the ball fast on this surface are going to find some success.
Thanks.
Next question from Mr. Mishra. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, Coach, you talked about the conditions right now. What are the things you are doing differently in your training to get accustomed to the environment, and how has been your training regime in the last couple of days in Odisha?
Sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Like, what things you are doing differently to get accustomed to the environment in Odisha in your
Doing things
training?
differently. No, like we haven't changed too much. One of the things that when you come up to a major tournament that you need to do is make sure that the players are all on the same page. And if you start throwing a whole lot of new things at people a couple of days before, that's going to create too much anxiety. So we definitely fine tuning. So we've had to adjust techniques a little bit here and there, particularly with drag flicking. We've had to adjust our passing techniques a little bit with the surface. But those are small things, no major changes.
Right. Thanks, Coach. Just last question. I'm sorry to hold you back. Yashodhan, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Nandini. Coach, so Leon has made a comeback to the team, and who is the first choice keeper? Is it Leon or is it Dominic? And because even yeah,
Are you working for Chile, or are you working for Chile hockey or something? I don't know. No, listen, we need to grow our base of goalkeepers in New Zealand, and at the moment we've got 3 world-class goalkeepers. So we're in a very lucky space. So whether Dom plays or Leon plays against Chile is going to be a flip of a coin at this rate. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Great. That was the last question. Thanks so very much, Greg and Nicole. Greg, Nicole, and Nick Woods. All the very best for your matches in Rourkela and Bhubaneswar. I'm sure you're going to have a fabulous time. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you. Cheers.
Ciao.
Thank you so much.
No, thanks for that. It was a lot easier than
That's gonna come too.
That's coming.
That's coming.
Well, I'll see you might put in 50 cheers.
See you. That's coming. All the best.
Standing room as well.